Hello, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm also great. How was your holiday yesterday? Were you working
Uh,
or was it a holiday over there as well?
no, actually, I'm holiday. Ma'am.
Okay, I had a holiday. Okay, great, great. Now we'll start with a little bit of revision where we will do the exercise. Okay, related to our present continuous tense on what we studied on Tuesday. Okay,
Okay.
yes. Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here you have to use either simple present tense or present continuous tense. Okay, either of them. So
Okay.
read the sentences properly, and what you have to observe. If you remember, I had told you the difference already. Okay, try doing it, then I'll tell you again.
Okay. Yeah, ma'am. Done.
Done? Okay, I'll scroll down. There are more exercises. Wait. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Complete, ma'am.
Okay. Tell me the answers.
Yes. No. First one is this is my aunt Barbara. Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
This is my aunt Barbara. Uh, she is uh,
She lives in.
Yes, yes, yes. She lives in a room, but she is visiting Chile this summer.
She is visiting. Is visiting. Chile this summer. Hmm?
She takes some summer classes there.
शी इज टेकिंग. अभी कुछ कर रही है ना, वो हमेशा कर रही है ऐसा नहीं बोला ना. शी इज
Okay,
टेकिंग. ओके. सो प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूस टेंस हम कब यूज करते हैं, जब अभी कुछ एक्शन वो कर रहे हैं, राइट. वेर इज सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस हम कब यूज करेंगे, व्हेन इट्स अ रिपीटेड एक्शन और हैबिचुअल एक्शन. करेक्ट. सो दैट्स द
okay.
रीजन. नेक्स्ट. सेकंड.
बट मैम ये वाला जो सेंटेंस है ना,
ये वाला.
she is visiting, yeah, first one. She is
हम्म,
visiting Chile this summer.
ये करेक्ट है.
तो वो विजिट करेगी वहां पे, फ्यूचर वाला है.
कर रही है.
बट
कर रही है मतलब वो एक्शन कर रही है. शी इज विजिटिंग. ओके. करने वाली है नहीं होता यूजुअली, कर रही है मतलब वो आ रही है चिले ऐसे. हम्म,
देन यहाँ पे वो फिर से वो इज टेकिंग आएगा,
हाँ.
टेक्स आएगा.
नहीं, इज टेकिंग आएगा. शी इज टेकिंग सम समर क्लासेस दिस देयर.
ओके,
ओके.
ओके.
वो वहां पर
सेकंड
कुछ
वन
समर
एंड
क्लासेस ले रही है.
सेकंड एंड these are my parents. They are working in London.
दे वर्क इन लंदन. हैबिचुअल एक्शन ना, रिपीटेड एक्शन. करेक्ट.
Okay, they work in London. They are on vacation right now.
वेरी गुड. करेक्ट.
Third one, and here you can see my grandparents. Uh, they are not they are not working right now. They are retired.
दे आर रिटायर्ड. दे आर आ जाएगा.
They are retired.
ओके.
Fourth
नेक्स्ट.
one, this is my brother-in-law Edward. He wants to be a company director. He is studying business in Canada right now.
वेरी गुड. करेक्ट.
Fifth one, this is my niece Christina. She goes to high school. She likes mathematics, but she does not like English.
करेक्ट. वेरी गुड. इंग्लिश. शो. शो. ओके.
English.
Okay. Next part we will do later because we have still not covered the second part. Now, moving to the next part that we have over here. Read the statements one by one. Read the statements one by one.
Okay.
Starting from here in Germany. Go clockwise.
Okay. In January, the average age to get married is 31 for men and 28 for women. In Germany, the
Women. वो
average age
women है वो.
to
Women.
get married.
Okay. Women. Plural है ना. इसके लिए women आ जाता है वो.
Okay. In the United Arab Emirates, 85% of the population lives in urban areas. In South Korea, 59% of couples have children. In Japan, 65% of elderly population lives with their children in Japan. In Australia, 30% of households have more than five people. In Portugal, 70% of mothers work outside the home. Maximum 93% of households have a TV set. In Canada, 45% of husbands and wives share the housework. In Ireland, 83% of the adult population own their own home. Okay.
Done? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Which facts surprise you? Which facts surprise you? मतलब कौन से facts आपको
Okay.
surprising लगते हैं?
Uh, wait. That one is in United Arab Emirates. 85% of the population lives in urban areas
Okay.
because
Mm-hmm. Because
because I think the majority of people, population lives in rural areas
hmm
in most of the country.
correct. But again, UAE doesn't have lot of UAE doesn't have lot of rural area again. Most of the area is like developed over there. Okay, that is another reason.
Okay,
Okay.
and that is also in Germany the average age to get married is 31 for men and 28 for women.
Yeah, that's
Because here in India that is 18. I think.
correct, correct. So usually, see, legal age to get married is 18, but over here also people get married between 23 to 28, we would say. Correct? So not very late also,
Okay,
not very early also. So yes, accordingly they have given the average age. And
okay.
now next question. Which facts seem like positive things and which seem negative to you?
I think the positive thing is that uh, in Ireland, 83% of the adult population own their own home. So this is the positive thing because they have their own home. So
Mm-hmm.
this is the positive thing. And the negative one is that uh, 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 in Portugal, 70% of the mothers work outside the home.
Okay, that's negative according to you. Okay. Now,
Yeah,
how do
because
you? Go on.
okay,
Go on. Go
no,
on.
no, because in this sentence they use the verb mothers.
Hmm. Correct. Okay. Now, next question. How do you think your country compares? How do you think your country compares? Okay. Try to write down the answer to this. I will be just back in 2 minutes. Okay. Just try to write down the answer to this. What differences
Okay,
would be according to like what differences would it be in our country, like talked about Germany, right? The average age to get married in Germany is 31 to 28 for women, but in
okay,
India it would be between 23 to 28, right? Or sometimes even 20 to 27, I would say. 28 is still late, I'm talking about 27. So you can just write down like that for all the facts given over there. Okay, I will just be back in 2 minutes. Done?
Yes, ma'am. Uh,
Tell me the answers.
in Germany, the average age to get married is 31 for men and 20 is for women. However, in India, the official age to get married is somewhere around 18.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
18 for women and I guess it's 21 for men, correct? Hmm. 18 for women,
Okay.
legal age to get
I
married.
think it revised last year, so I think. Yeah, and now it is 21 for all, I think.
No, no, it's at least on Google it's showing 21 for men and 18 for women,
No,
females.
21 for women, I think.
One second now. Mm-hmm. Achha, they have asked to raise it, but I don't know. I haven't seen any bill which is passed. Ha, it's 21 now. Yep.
They revised last year, I think.
Hmm, they revised last year,
Okay.
correct.
In the United Arab Emirates, 85% of the population lives in urban area. However, in India, the majority of people lives in rural area.
Live in. People in a plural. Live in.
Live in rural area.
Hmm.
Okay. Then uh, okay.
In South Korea,
Uh, okay. Then it's just yeah. In South Korea, 50% of the couples have children. So
59%.
India,
59%.
59% of couples have their children. So in India also, most of the couples have their children.
Correct. Hmm. I
Uh,
would say in India the number would be higher. India, in
uh,
India the number would be higher, not 59%. Correct.
in
Next.
Japan, 65% of the elderly people lives with their children.
Live with the
So in
children. No
India,
S. Live with
yeah,
the
in
children.
India,
Hmm.
in India, the elderly people are living with their uh, children.
Children.
In India
Peoples के
also,
साथ में एस नहीं आएगा, चिल्ड्रंस के साथ में एस नहीं आएगा. Why? Because these words are already plural. Okay, person
yeah,
becomes people and child becomes children. So these two words are already plural. So we don't add s to it again. Okay.
okay.
Huh. Yep.
Okay.
Next.
Then in Australia, 30% of households have more than five people.
Mhm.
So I think in India there are also a possibility to have more than five members in one family.
Correct.
In Portugal, 70% of mothers work outside the home.
Mhm.
In India, there are mothers manage the household things. They do not work outside the home in India.
Okay.
In Mexico, 93% of the household have a TV set. Yeah. However, in India, the majority of 50% population do not have a TV set.
Okay.
In Canada, 45% of husbands and wives share the housework.
Mhm.
Uh, in India, there are couples, husband and wives, share the housework.
Mhm.
In Ireland, 83% of uh, the adult population own their own home.
Mhm.
However, in India, majority of the adults do not have their own homes.
Correct. Very good. Now the words that you use. See, you didn't know the number in India. Correct. हमें exact तो population का number पता नहीं होता for these data. Correct. So we happen to use the words majority, most of. Right. So these words are called quantifiers. Okay, these words are called quantifiers, and that is what we are going to look at in today's conversation, also in today's grammar topic, also. Okay, how to use these quantifiers. They are very easy. That is the reason we are going to go through them quickly. Uh, Read the conversation.
Yeah, Marcos, how many brothers and sisters do you have? Mainly,
Mhm.
mainly. Actually, I'm an only child. Marcos, really? Mainly, yeah. A lot of families in China have only one child these days. Marcos, I didn't know that. Mary said, what about you, Marcos? Marcos, I come from a big family. I have three brothers and two sisters. Mary says, wow, that's a typical in Peru. Marcos says, I'm not sure. Many families are smaller these days, but big families are greater because you get a lot of birth- birthday presents.
Yes. Okay, understood. Anything that you did not understand in the conversation? How many brothers and sisters? मतलब siblings कितने हैं? Correct.
हाँ,
So
कितने
she
हैं?
says, I'm an only child. So Millie says, I have. Like, there are a lot of families in China, they have only one child these days. So you might know there was this one child policy that China had, correct? That
Yes, yes.
you should have only one child. So that is the reason they have only one child usually. So Marcos is like, I didn't know that. तो वो उसको पूछती है, what about you, Marcos? So he says, I come from a big family. I have three brothers and two sisters. So she's like, is that typical? मतलब usually इतने बड़े families ही होते हैं क्या पेयू में? So he's like, I'm not sure. Many families are smaller these days, but big families are great because you get lot of birthday presents. मतलब आजकल बहुत सारे families छोटे हो गए हैं, but बड़ी family होना अच्छी बात होती है. आपको बहुत सारे birthday presents मिलते हैं. Correct? So he is happy with it basically. Now, first we'll listen to the same conversation, then we will listen to the second part of the conversation where you have to focus on the question, what does Meili like about being an only child? What does
Okay.
Meili like about being an only child? Okay?
Page 33, Exercise 9, Conversation. Is that
Is it audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
typical? Part A. Listen and practice.
How many brothers and sisters do you have, Mei Li?
Actually, I'm an only child.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of families in China have only one child these days.
I didn't know that.
What about you, Marcos?
I come from a big family. I have 3 brothers and 2 sisters.
Wow, is that typical in Peru?
I'm not sure. Many families are smaller these days, but big families are great because you get a lot of birthday presents.
Okay, now the second part.
Page 33, Exercise 9, Part B. Listen to the rest of the conversation. What does Mei Li like about being an only child?
So, do you like being an only child?
Of course. I get all my parents' attention.
Yeah, I share my parents' attention with 5 other people.
But sometimes I want a brother or a sister.
Do you ever feel lonely?
Sure, but it's okay. I have a lot of friends.
Okay, what does she like about being an only child?
Yeah, see, like because the parents paying only attention
To her.
over her
To her.
to her.
Very good. Okay, now here you have quantifiers. The way I said, whenever we have to talk about quantity and we don't know the exact data कि कितना percentage है, but yes, we have a fair idea of ज़्यादा है कम है, correct? So we will use these quantifiers. The words like all, nearly all, most, many, a lot of, some, not many, few, all these become quantifiers. Okay, now we don't need to know the exact percentage, but even if we have an idea, an estimate, we can use these words accordingly. So when I say 0%, matlab koi bhi nahi, so I will use no one. So no one gets
Oh,
married before the age of 18, right? So I will say no one. Then few or not many, matlab kam percentage hai, 10%, 15%. Then I will say not many or few. Few couples have more than one child. Few couples have more than one child. Then some आ जाता है. Some मतलब 40%, 30%. Some. A lot of मतलब 50%. ठीक है? Tentatively, yeah, exact नहीं, tentatively. Some families are smaller these days. I can say a lot of families are smaller these days. Same way I can say many families are smaller these days. Many मतलब ज़्यादा quantity के साइड में आ जाता है. ठीक है? Then आता है most and nearly all. Most is again higher quantity. Nearly all मतलब 90%. कुछ छोड़ के ही ऑलमोस्ट सारे. ठीक है, नियरली ऑल अगर हम बोलते हैं. फैमिलीज हैव मोर देन, फैमिलीज नियरली ऑल फैमिलीज हैव ओनली वन चाइल्ड. एंड ऑल जब हम बोलेंगे मतलब सारे. ओके, 100% क्वांटिटी. अंडरस्टूड?
yes.
That is how we use these quantifiers to describe something when we don't know the exact data. There is nothing to write down as such, but yeah, if you have to write down whatever I have explained, you can write it down quickly.
But
Done? Okay, try doing the
yes.
exercise now. Now you need to remember whenever you use no one तो noun replace हो जाएगा. Okay, no one तो noun replace हो जाएगा. ठीक है? Because one is a pronoun if you remember, तो हम noun वापस यूज नहीं करेंगे. ठीक है?
And first one is
Mm-hmm.
a lot of high school students uh, go to
In the
college.
US, you will need to start with in the US,
Yeah. In the
comma.
US, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
yeah, in the US, a lot of high school students go to college.
Okay, correct.
Second one is few percentage of the people in Brazil
Percentage नहीं needed.
are
Few of the people
few
or
of the
few people.
people
Okay, few people.
uh, few people in Brazil are age 65 or elder.
Okay.
Uh, in India, no one can vote before the age of 18.
In India, no one votes before the age of 18. Okay, no one votes before the age of 18. Mhm. Great. Next,
Uh, many of the people in
many
Sweden
people.
live
Many
alone.
of the is not needed. Many people, but many नहीं ना
Many
40%
people.
है ना some आ जाएगा. Many मतलब बहुत सारे. 40 is कम. Okay. Some
Some
people,
okay.
some people.
Some people in Sweden live alone.
Very good. Last one.
And the last one is in Singapore, few people speak English at home.
Few people speak English at home. Very good. Correct. Okay. Now here you have to write an email. Now here we start with email writing. Okay, and you have to follow this and write an email every day. Of course, I'm going to cover it as a topic for you guys. I'm going to take a session on email writing one day, maybe on some of the weekend whenever you guys are free mostly. But here you have to try writing an email on your own first. Okay, I want to see how you write an email. So, what is the topic? You have to write an email to your e-pal about your family. What is e-pal? पहले ना पेन पैल
Um,
पहले ना पेन पैल हुआ करता था. ओके, पेन पैल मतलब क्या कि एक पर्सन है हु इज अवे ऑफ कोर्स, एंड यू डोंट नो हिम मच, यू ओनली नो हिम थ्रू एक्सचेंजिंग लेटर्स. ठीक है, तो इसको पेन पैल बोलते थे. सो यूज टू डिस्क्राइब ईच अदर, लेटर्स भेज के थोड़ा खुद के बारे में बताते थे. दैट्स पेन पैल. तो सेम अभी ईमेल्स हम लिखते हैं, लेटर्स तो हम लिखते नहीं है ऑफ कोर्स. तो इट बिकेम द वर्ड ई पैल. कि आप उस पर्सन को ज़्यादा जानते नहीं हो, कभी उससे ज़्यादा बात नहीं की है, यू ओनली नो ईच अदर थ्रू ईमेल्स. Okay, so here you have to write an email talking about your family. Okay, talking about your family, you will try to describe as much as possible. Okay, and whom you will write email to? Of course मुझे send करोगे email. ठीक है, नाम किसी का भी लिख दो चलेगा. ईमेल में सेंडर का ईमेल आईडी मेरा रहेगा. ठीक है. Yes, understood what you have to do?
या ईपेल यानी कि कोई
फ्रेंड है, बेसिकली फ्रेंड है
या
जिसको आप थ्रू ईमेल्स,
जिसको
ओनली थ्रू ईमेल्स जानते हो. आपने उससे कभी बात नहीं की है, उससे कभी मिले भी नहीं हो.
या, कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन देना है
हम्म.
अबाउट द फैमिली.
Yes.
ओके.
Okay. Understood? Okay. That is one thing, first thing that you have to do. Then हम email writing etiquettes of course next इसमें देखेंगे, अभी नहीं देखेंगे. And then you have to do the reading task. So आज का जो part था हमारा, it was very very easy, correct? So there was nothing much to study actually in this part. But we are going to stop over here. We are not going to move to the next one. Reading, you will do it for homework again. Okay, it's very easy. Okay. Do you have any questions? Do you have any doubts? Next week you have a test. So make sure you revise unit 1 to 4. Unit 1 to 4. Okay? We are done with unit 5 now. We will move on to unit 6 in the next class. Okay?
ओके.
But I would say revise simple present tense properly. Okay? Because we would be referring to that again and again. Simple present
ओके.
tense, and we need that in everyday life also whenever we are talking. That's the reason I'm saying. Okay.
ओके. ओके.
Yes.
ओके.
Understood? Okay, and try to finish the worksheets also. Make sure you finish the worksheets and send me the PDFs. अगर आप PDF पे solve कर रहे हो, just send me the PDFs directly, the answered version. Or if you are writing it in notebook, then take a picture and send it to me.
ओके. ये जो ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट वाला है वही मैं सेंड
Correct.
कर तो चलेगा ना?
हाँ हाँ, पूरा PDF भी करोगे तो भी चलेगा, सिर्फ ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट पार्ट भी करोगे तो भी चलेगा. ठीक है.
ठीक है.
Just to check. Understood? But
ओके.
send it, okay? Regular worksheet submission is very very important. Okay, that's how I understand your progress, and that's how I understand what mistakes you are making. ठीक है. आगे जाने के बाद में वो पाइल अप होते जाते हैं, एंड फिर मिस्टेक्स क्लियर करना भी थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है. अंडरस्टूड?
हाँ. ओके. मैं वो कर देता.
यस. Do it today.
ओके.
Okay? Chalo. I'll meet you tomorrow then, and try to confirm the
ओके.
class by 8. Okay? Even if I don't message, no, you message by 8. Okay? That I'm attending the class.
ओके. ओके.
Yes. Chalo.
ओके.
Bye
ओके.
bye.
बाय.
Bye bye.
नमस्ते.
Have a great day ahead.